Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I'm Karen with Creative Paper Artisan and thanks for stopping in. I'm experimenting again. So I'm going to make another little notepad. I'm really into notepads. I love them. And especially lately, I don't know, I'm just like obsessed with like trying to find different ways to make a notepad. So, and all the while, in the meantime, also using up scraps and stuff. So, and all these little pieces I've had forever. So these are going to be my cover, okay? I'm going to do something I haven't done before. That's why this is the experiment with me video. So these are just, I've had these forever. I had different plans for them. I never really did it. So I thought, you know what? I'm pretty sure I got these from Hobby Lobby, Master's Touch. I believe that's a Hobby Lobby brand. And they're cute little 2.5 by 3.5 little mini panels, little canvas panels. I mean, how cute is that? Oh, love it. Love it. So I thought, you know what? These would make cute covers for a journal, first of all. But I don't want to make a tiny journal right now. I want to make a notepad. So that's what we're going to do. It should be fairly easy. The most time-consuming thing will be decorating this cover, which is going to be the fun part. So I'm going to make it a little bit more of a mixed media feel. I'm going to do a grungy mixed media, okay? So, and then the other focus of this video is to use this really pretty mold from Beebee Craft. And it's for resin or what have you, but I'm going to do it with wax like I did a few months ago. I experimented doing wax in these molds and it works beautifully. So this is going to be part of the cover. I'm really excited about that. But before we get started with that, I'm going to prep this a bit. I'm going to do grungy, so I need to grungify it a bit, and I believe I'm going to use actual paint because I'm afraid this won't stick, and I do have a permanent. Let's just try. This is experiment with me, right? Okay, let's experiment. Let me grab my little thingy here. So what I'm thinking, this is permanent, so if I smudge it on, if it looks good smudged like that, then I won't bother painting it. But I don't know, I have my doubts. So let's just try. What's the worst that can happen, right? That's kind of a reddish brown. I haven't really played with this one much. Actually, this might do just the trick, so I don't have to go grab my paints. But you certainly could use like acrylic paint. I might still grab it. I don't know. We'll see. But this is working quite nicely, actually. This is not quite the brown that I was intending on using. That may be the only reason why I might grab some paint. Let's see. So let me do some color coordination here. I was planning on having these beautiful little filigree things in the copper wax color, and that would be okay. Gold, maybe. Here's like a pearl champagne, kind of a pearl. No. Here's like a pearly burgundy. Oh, that actually coordinates very well. I'm not sure I want to coordinate though. I want it to kind of stick out. So, maybe just good old black. This is kind of like a charcoal gray. I don't know. It's throwing me for a loop now because here's a light gold. No, I had really intended on more of a brown. This is kind of a burgundy, although it says pine cone. Okay, what I may do is I want to layer it with some more color too, but I don't have any other non-distress colors. Hang on. Let me just see. We are experimenting, yes? Yes. Okay, I'm feeling like a teal needs to happen in this story. Yes, that's a nice color. Let's see here. Let's just see. Is that the right color? Sure. Let me just put a little bit more on here. I just want to add a little, just a touch. It doesn't have to be a lot. My concern is that it may smudge off, you know, especially the oxide. I think it's a little bit more smudgy. But we'll see. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and ink this one up. Okay, let me see. Let me see if it'll rub off. Actually, you know what? That's not coming off. Yay! Okay, well, now I'm stuck with that color for the background, but that's okay. It's not horrible. It's just not what I had originally in mind, so it's just throwing me a little bit. I just need to get used to the new idea. So, let me just go ahead and do this. And this. I originally thought I would just cover this in paper and use up some of my scrap papers. But then I thought otherwise. I felt like maybe kind of a mixed media, grungy mixed media would be really fun. So that's why I decided to go that way. And since I know now that this, you know, it's not going to smudge too bad, I'm going to lay it on a little thicker here. I may even add a third color just to add a little bit more dimension. Yeah, I don't know what color yet though. So I am going to cover this with paper for sure. Maybe just coffee stain paper. I don't know yet. Let's just kind of blob it on here. This is Evergreen Bow, by the way. Bow. Evergreen Bow, I think. Okay. I like the color, those two colors together. It's kind of sharp, also kind of grungy. And actually, now that I know the Distress Oxide and inks aren't going to just rub off immediately, I think that third color is going to be my favorite. You know it, you love it, Walnut Stain. I think I'm going to add that around the edge and maybe a little bit in the middle. See if that gives me the look I was hoping for. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Just a little bit. Because the other brown is not a bad brown. I just kind of do that. That kind of adds a grungy texture too, huh? I'm going to be putting those little filigrees on it too, so quite a bit of this will be covered up. Maybe you shouldn't spend quite so much time on it. I don't know. Okay. Alrightio. Don't like how that turned out. I did it too blotchy. Now you can see the pattern of the, but maybe that'll be the front, because it's going to be covered up quite a bit, and then the back will be this. So I'll probably keep it more plain, you know. Okay, so now let me do a little bit of sticking on of things. I'm really feeling like an old ticket or something. Let me take a look at my stash. I may have, I think I've got some Tim Holtz tickets. I also want to, of course, use that. Always book pages whenever possible. Okay, I'm kind of feeling this. And I don't want to do too much really because, like I said, I will be adding these puppies on there. So you know what I should probably do is make these, and then before I glue anything down, just kind of play with the composition of that. So let me ink this real quick. Okay, so time to get out my handy dandy electric wax warmer. Turn that on. And all right, did I decide? I don't know. Did I? I don't remember now. I know this one actually goes nicely, and now that I've got other colors in there, I think that might look pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. What I might also do is mix, so the wax itself looks a bit grungy. So let me do mostly that color, and I don't have a straight up brown. I wonder if I should do this black. I'm a little nervous now. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. And honestly, if I need to add a little black to that, you know, that might actually help tie it in if it doesn't feel right, you know what I mean? Okay, so let me warm this up, and I'll be back to pour this in here with you. Okay, so it's looking like that's pretty good. Maybe just a couple more, maybe just a few more seconds. I was trying to decide which one of these to do. I may just make all of them and then I can just play. I mean, these are going to be so small. They're so cute. So cute. I'll probably have to do a few batches of this, but I think that would be the best way for me to play with this. And I'm trying to get the dog hair off of here. I keep finding dog hair on here. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right. Let me do the big one here first. I'll start in the middle. Okay, so now what I need to do quickly, I need to flatten this or else it won't, you know, did not prepare myself for that as much as I should have. So I'm gonna take this and just smush, run it over. Ooh, okay. Goopy. I may be able to save some of this excess, maybe. This is going to be interesting. I haven't tried such a tiny mold. I tried a larger one, the fairy door, which I did a video on too. And that was a little bit bigger. And I think it's going to end up being easier to work with. But okay, well, let's see how that turns out when it cools. Do I have enough? I think enough for this little guy here in the middle. Now this is not intended for wax, for hot wax, but the fairy door worked so well that I thought I wanted to try it again. And let me just, this is kind of makes it ugly, but oh, I need to get some back in there. That one may not turn out great. Of course, you know, I am going for grungy, so if it's a bit imperfect, that will just go right along with the grunginess, I think. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. This is interesting. Okay, I'm going to melt some more wax and do the rest. Okay, I think it's cool enough to see what we've got here. Ooh, okay. It looks pretty. I might have to fussy cut around it, but that looks pretty cool. It's very, very delicate. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Hang on. Goodness, it was a mess. It's so tiny, and it's like it doesn't want to go in all the grooves, but it did. Oh, look at that. That looks really cool. Oh, okay. Hold the phone. I think I'm gonna have to fussy cut this wax just a bit to get the shapes out. But look at how nice it comes out of this mold. That's great. I was afraid there might be some residue, but ta-da, clean. Clean as a whistle. Okay, so let me see about this. I'm loving the combination of the colors. I'm so glad I did that. Putting just a little bit of black in there really grungified it. Oh, I didn't even notice there's like this tiny little guy. I'm not sure I've got a place for him. So let me just take a gander, and then I'll fussy cut around the ones that I know I want for sure. Let's see. So I'm thinking kind of something like this. I don't know, like this-ish. And then I was assuming I would want this here, possibly. And then these started speaking to me here on the end. And then like that. Like that. Ooh, I think I like that. Yep, that's it. That's the one. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Let me grab my fussy cut scissors, and I will fussy cut around this and make it a little bit neater looking. Okay, that was fun actually. Fussy cutting wax. All right, so I'm thinking, I like that kind of upside down-ish. And then, I think I like them like this. Okay, so now I was intending on having something in the middle, but I'm not feeling it. I feel like that's like overkill now. So I'll save these for something else. So fun, so much fun. Okay. All right, so now let me think about how I want to arrange this. I think I want this kind of wonky. Oops, I've got glue all over my, okay. Let's kind of wonky like that. I think kind of like that. I do want to add a little bit more grunge to that. Okay. Okay, I think for this I'm going to use the E6000 glue. although this is gooping out. Let me put that lid on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me do this one first. Let me hold this in place for a minute, and then I'm going to cut the notepad section for the inside, and then we'll bind it. Okay? All right, stay tuned. Okay, so I went ahead and cut the paper that will go in here. So I basically just, you know, just a bit smaller than the width of this, obviously, and then twice the width or twice the length of this, because we're going to fold it over into a little notepad, and a little tuck under there. So cute. Okay, so but before we get to that, I wanted to do a little bit more of this evergreen bow, whatever it is. I want a little bit more of that green. I think that's gonna be fantastico. Yeah. Okay, now what I also want to do is try, let me see. I was thinking about this gilding polish. I'm so in love with it. So in love with it. It's not quite the right color, but you know, grunge is grunge, you know. It's not necessarily supposed to be matchy-matchy. So let me find, I don't want to use my finger in it. I don't know, I'm just weird about that sometimes. So I'm just gonna do this. Just a little bit along the edges. Oh yeah, that works. And what if I rub a little bit on top? Oh yes. If I rub a little on top of the wax molds, that kind of ties it in. Oh goodness gracious. Somebody stop me. Oh, it's over now. Game on. Game on. I love the way that looks, yes. It's not, you know, it's a different color, but it's a color that I think complements the whole thing. Yeah. A little bit on there. Make it look grungy. Grungy and worn. Oop, that's a little much. A little too much. Okay, that's okay. Yes. That looks awesome. Okay. All right, let me do a little bit on the back just so that it matches a bit. The back's going to be more plain. But I do want it to coordinate, you know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, I love those colors together. Oh, okay. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Now, time to get the innards. Let me let that dry a bit. Oh, see, there is some stuff coming off. Oh well, that's okay. It's grunge. It's all good. Okay, so I'm just going to take this little strip and fold it in half. And I'm going to do kind of an odd binding. Well, it's not completely odd, honestly. I've done this kind of binding for a journal before. I've never done it for a notebook. But what we're going to do is I'm going to poke 2 holes. Maybe I'll punch 2 holes. And then thread some ribbon through. And then this, we're going to make this the binding. I'm going to glue it on to the inside of that and the inside of that. And then that will be the binding, right? And then we'll have 2 holes with a ribbon poking up through, and we're gonna do, I think I'm gonna use grommets again, or eyelets, just to sturdy it up. This is I actually grungified this lace as well. Let me get a little green in there too, so it kind of, I'm not sure if it'll show up, but Yeah, just a little bit, very subtle. It's because it's very sturdy. I had intended on some ribbon, but the sari silk and the seam binding, I'm afraid, would tear. This is very sturdy. Even when I punch a hole in it, if I put a, you know, eyelet in there, I think it'll be sturdy enough. So, but I will want to probably do the smaller of the holes because this is so tiny. Yeah, I think so. I mean, let's see, could it handle this? It could handle this. Could this handle this? Yeah, I'll do the bigger one. I think it'll, it'll be, I don't think it'll be too big. I'm kind of thinking about the ease of threading something through, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's make a little bit of a measurement here. So maybe I go 3/4, that may be too far in. And then 1, 2, 3/4. I'll put the hole on each side, on the outside of those lines, and that should be a good distance. But let me get my little helpers here. Okay. Now, do I want it? This is my chance to turn back. Do I want the bigger one, or do I want the smaller one? Da, 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 da. I think I want the bigger one. Yep. Okay. So just on that side of the line. And same here. Yeah, that's a good space. Okay. Now, what I must do is figure out how to get that. Okay, first of all, let me back up a minute. I'm thinking about leaving some of the lace, you know, sticking out of the sides like that, but scruffing it up. Maybe I should do that first. and see if I like that or not. Let me scruff one end up. And if I don't like it, then I'll just have it, you know, cut even. So let me scruff. Scruffy scruff. Okay. Oops. Okay. So if I have that hanging off both sides like that. Yeah, I do like that. It's definitely scruffy. All right. Okay, then I'll do that on the other side, and then we can work on the middle. Okay, let's see, is that the right? Yeah, I think so. All right, so if I center it there, maybe down just a tad, then this will be, I'm just going to do it in the middle. I think it turns out quite well. Let's see. I'm really eyeballing it at this point here. All right, let me do it like this. I don't know any other way to do it. So I hope this works. I hope this works. Okay, that worked pretty good. And pretty good, not quite as good, but that's okay. Okay, So now I'm doing this before I actually attach it because I think it'll be that much harder, if not impossible, once all this is in the way. So let me grab my little eyelets here, y'all, and just put them in place. I've never done this before, so I'm hoping it's gonna work as well as I'm hoping, as I'm thinking. Actually, there's a little bit of over scruff here by the hole. Okay. But this will give it some sturdiness, you know. The lace won't rip as much as it might if I just left it like that. So, oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! Now I didn't get it completely centered like this way, but too late now. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So now is the time to glue it. See, I hope I didn't mess that up too much. I think I'll have the longer section be in the front. And then glue this section. Okay, all right. I'm just talking to myself now. All right, gonna use the fabric tack. Okay, looking good here. So I'm going to go ahead and add the little papers. I had scrap paper that I think actually looks, I mean, the colors couldn't be any better. I did add a little bit of the teal, smudged it on and did the inking. I mean, that almost looks like it was made for each other. I mean, goodness gracious. I love it when things work out like that. So, yeah, I'm just going to glue these on real quick. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, look how grungy that looks. Yes. Okay. All right. So now, I think this is here's the simple part. I'm going to use, I believe, black seam binding to tie it in. So, let's just do that. And again, I need to decide. I think I'm going to do a bow. I think I will. So, kind of have a long-tailed bow is what I'm imagining right now. We'll see if it actually looks that good in real life. That is always the question. So, okay. And I guess I can take these guys off now. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness, I can see this in so many styles, you know? Shabby, I mean any style, any style that you like. I happen to love grunge, but a shabby chic style would be gorgeous. Boho would be gorgeous. Just, you know, like bright, fun colors. I mean, my goodness. Doesn't matter what style. These would make great little gifts. You know, you get a gander for somebody's personal taste and then make one for them. as a gift. Ah, yes. And again, another refillable one. I just did a refillable notepad video, but here's another one. This would not be hard at all to refill. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna like the bow on this one. It's kind of sitting on the top. Okay. Come on, come on. It's not wanting to. Okay, there we go. Twist it, twist it. All right. Yes, I do. I like this. Let me get the bow just right. It's got to be just right. We've come this far. And this is kind of scruffy, although I want that. I'm going to scruffify that just a little bit more, like all the way along the edge. And then same for this. Cut it at an angle so it matches a little bit. And scruffify that. There we go. Yep, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. This is what it's actually turned out better than I thought. I ended up doing more to it than you know, how ideas come and go. But yeah, look at that cute little notepad. Of course, with the coffee dyed paper, that makes it look grungy too. But you could do this in any style. Have nice crisp white paper in here. And these grommets are definitely going to make this sturdy. You know what I mean? Okay, well, once again, I hope you enjoyed this wild and crazy ride with me. And I hope it inspired you, gave you some ideas. And the mold for this from Beebee Craft, I will have that link below. And I also, you will get a 10% discount if you use the code that I've got below as well. Any Beebee Craft order, not just this item. If you use my code, you'll get 10% off. Hey, you know, that's always good. So thanks again for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. I would love to have you in my group, in my YouTube community, and also in my Facebook group. All that information is down below as well. And if you would be so kind as to like and comment on my videos, oh my goodness, that would make my day and help me grow even more. And I have a feeling this is going to be a good year. So, so I would love it if you would join me for my journey. Thank you so much for joining me this time, and I will see you in the next video.